The Man U banter era is still alive and well. Meanwhile, Vini Jr. won't renew his contract under Xabi Alonso. Netflix are gunning for the Premier League, and the Super League is back on. This is DMAC Daily. A result fitting for the 1-year anniversary under Ruben Amorim. A storyline so bizarre, a display so comical, yet so on brand with modern day Manchester United, because only this club could lose to the 10 men of Everton, having gone down a man early on due to literally fighting their own teammate. This specific altercation between Idrissa Gueye and Michael Keane is one of the most maddening head losses the league has ever witnessed. The last time it happened was way back in 2008, so the internet understandably exploded, and I was surprised to see so many people claiming it was a wrongful or harsh dismissal, that the ref essentially killed the game in doing so. But like, the ref's hands are tied here. If he doesn't send Gueye off, then he's not doing his job adequately. It's crazy that some people genuinely think you should be allowed to strike your own teammate in the face and not face serious repercussions. With all that said, what followed was somehow even more baffling, because this Everton team then unironically delivered one of the most resilient team performances we've ever seen. To recover from such a farcical self-sabotage so early and then go on to win at Old Trafford for the first time in 12 years, it's truly crazy work. However, I still believe that this outcome is more so an indictment of Amorim's naivete than Moyes' tactical genius, because the Portuguese manager's own tactical stubbornness and lack of innovation today, in a match where a loss is simply unacceptable, is the main talking point. I think this moment is now a new low for the club. It completely undermines the progress United appeared to have made in recent weeks, and sure, Cunha and Seshko were big absentees, but with Everton down a man for over 80 minutes away from home, there's zero excuses to not have comprehensively won this game. A timely reminder that United are still bang average, consistently inconsistent, with a manager at the helm that is so rigid, so militant to his system, despite its evident flaws for over a year now. Case in point today, Amorim was unwilling to sacrifice playing with 3 centre-backs throughout the 90. Pure insanity. Why even bring a young attacker into the squad if you have zero intent of actually utilising him? I can't think of any great manager with such a fixed mindset. So fear not, United hate watchers, this club is still absolutely cooked. And now, a quick word from today's sponsor. You ever have your footy stream freeze in the most crucial of moments? It's like the football gods are testing you. Well, that's why I switched to Proton VPN, because when the match is on, speed and reliability matters. Streaming can use a lot of data, so some internet providers will intentionally throttle your traffic if they see you are streaming live sports. When you use Proton VPN though, your internet provider cannot see your online activity, so will be unable to throttle your speeds. With Proton's unique VPN accelerator technology, you will also experience over 400% faster speeds in HD quality. No buffering, no lag, even during peak match times. I can hop onto servers in over 120 countries to stream from, basically wherever the match is taking place. Those region-locked, not available in your country messages are a thing of the past. But what makes Proton special is they don't sacrifice security for performance. It's open sourced, independently audited, and protected by Swiss privacy laws. They've got a kill switch, secure core routing, and a strict no logs policy. So you're totally protected while you watch. So if you want match days to actually run like match days, head on over to protonvpn.com/dmac to gain access to their limited time Black Friday sale that's worth up to 75% off, and finally be able to stream football the way it's meant to be. Full speed, full access, and fully secure. Thanks to Proton VPN for sponsoring today's video. Heading over to Spanish football, and Vini Jr.'s relationship with Xabi Alonso continues to dominate the narrative in Real Madrid's season, with The Athletic now reporting that the Brazilian has no intention to renew his contract at the club due to ongoing conflicts with his manager. The message was delivered directly to club president Florentino Perez in a private meeting late last month, according to multiple sources familiar with the discussion. Vini's current deal expires in June 2027, although Madrid have been looking to extend that for some time. But negotiations have completely frozen due to growing tensions between player and manager. Their relationship infamously deteriorated following Madrid's 2-1 El Clasico win back in October, when Vini reacted angrily to being substituted in the 72nd minute, visibly seen on camera saying, "Always me, I'm leaving the team, it's better if I leave." He then apologized on social media for the outburst, but this apology had one notable absentee. Quote, "I also want to apologize again to my teammates, the club, and the president." Very intentional with his wording there. Now, this tension didn't brew overnight. Vini's only completed 5 out of a possible 17 games this season, and he's also been benched on 4 separate occasions. He believes that Alonso isn't treating him with nearly enough respect as a key first-team player. Beyond this, Vini had already stalled on contract negotiations earlier this year due to financial differences, so this is becoming a big problem internally. Club figures remain divided. Madrid support Alonso's competitive decisions, but there is a growing concern about unhappiness among senior players, with Vini being the most visible example. According to Spanish journalist Jorge Picon, several players already want Alonso fired, which seems a little insane considering Madrid are currently top of the league. Not sure how credible that information is, but I will say Madrid, for the most part, haven't actually been that great this season. Alonso has come in and really tried to tip the scales in terms of the player power dynamics within the club, a complete 180 to the way Ancelotti oversaw things previously. Under Alonso's leadership, he's not been afraid to make big calls. Players like Mbappe and Gula have actually benefited from this system, but Rodrigo, Vini, even Endrick clearly haven't experienced that same preferential treatment. Now, if Madrid were playing unbelievable football as a result, then it would be difficult to criticize the Spaniards' methods. But that's not really the reality. They're not playing particularly well. So Madrid fans, please do let me know in the comments below, what's your perspective? Are you Team Alonso, Team Vini? Because from what I've seen online, this is a very divisive subject. In other notable news today, Netflix is preparing to enter the Premier League broadcast market after narrowly missing out on rights deals for UEFA competitions. The streaming giant reportedly submitted competitive bids for the UEFA Super Cup and Champions League rights in Germany from 2027 to 31, only to be beaten notably by Paramount Plus, whose recent push into football broadcasting has caught the industry's attention. The fact that Netflix even competed for these packages is being viewed as a turning point. The platform is now openly targeting long-term football coverage rather than occasional one-off sporting events. Its next logical step is the Premier League. While the current UK broadcast deals run until 2029 and the US agreement with NBC expires in 2028, Netflix is expected to explore opportunities sooner, potentially by bidding for a specific set of Christmas fixtures if the Premier League splits its next auction into multiple smaller packages. So yeah, the Premier League is set to make even more money, which I guess is great for the ultra-wealthy clubs and the current CEO, but what about us regular fans? Because football media rights fragmentation is already getting out of control. In the UK, you've got the likes of Sky, TNT Sports, Amazon, Paramount, and potentially Netflix, all now in the mix. For me, living in Australia, it's a similar scenario. Stan for the Prem and European competitions, beIN for La Liga, the Bundesliga, and the Serie A, Paramount for the A-League. It's truly egregious. We are essentially at the mercy of these streaming cartels. Even so, Netflix's arrival signals a new era. Football has long been the world's most marketable sporting product, the Premier League being the world's most marketable sporting league, which appears to have now got the interest of the world's biggest streaming platform. And finally, the battle over the future of European football has reignited. A22 Sports Management, the company that tried to launch the European Super League in 2021, has written to UEFA demanding approval of its newest competition idea, the Unify League. A22 insists the league now falls squarely within EU competition law, citing the Court of Justice of the European Union's 2023 ruling that UEFA had acted like a monopoly when shutting down rival tournaments. 2 follow-up rulings in Madrid have strengthened that position, and UEFA has so far failed to reverse them. Real Madrid, the lone major club still publicly supporting the project, has filed legal action seeking billions in damages for what it says is lost revenue during the years the initiative has been blocked. Florentino Perez is adamant on pursuing this. "We are not here to win a judgment, but to put it into practice." Now, the Unified League itself isn't identical to the previous Super League format that caused outrage in 2021. It now basically mirrors UEFA's model with 3 tiers of 36 teams, Star, Gold, and Blue, qualifying through domestic leagues. Broadcasting, however, is unique. A22 wants to launch a global Unify streaming service promising free access with adverts and a subscription option for fans who want it ad-free. Perez frames it as football's version of free-to-air for the world. Is that actually achievable? Who knows? My main concern with the Unify League, though, is that this new and improved league may sound more palatable, but it still funnels power towards towards Europe's wealthiest clubs, and also ask supporters to place faith in the very architects of the abandoned Super League. Don't get me wrong, UEFA are as crooked as they come, and I'm all for free-to-air coverage, believe me, but I fundamentally don't trust these guys. It may be a hot take, but that's where I stand as of now. Anyways, guys, that's all for today's DMAC Daily. Thanks for tuning in as always, and I'll see you tomorrow.